was working at a rap shop in Flushing, Queens. Till her boyfriend kicked her out in one of those crushing scenes. For sure, also on the list. First of all, I bang for those shows, and I will ride and die for those shows. 'Cause I ain't leaving alone. Feel like I could be honest, babe. We both know that we're grown. That's why I wanna know how many drinks would it take you to be with me? Yeah, you look good and I got money, but I don't wanna waste my time. Hi. Welcome to my bubble, where we do a little bit of adulting, a little bit of healing, and a little bit of creating. We are back again, with a top 10. This time, I don't know why, I got the random idea to do like the top 10 shows I watched growing up, right? And as I started going through my list, I was like, damn, these are all my white shows though. No, I was making my list in my mind, and I was like, damn, they're gonna be like, did she watch any black shows? So then my other mind was like, this is what I mean by my Gemini twins be talking to each other. So then my other mind was like, nah, I mean, I got a top 10 black shows list too. So we're gonna do top 10 white shows and top 10 black shows that I watched growing up. And what I mean by top shows is like, if it's on TV, I'm going to watch it. It doesn't matter what else is on TV. If that's on, I'm going to watch it. That's the top 10 that we're doing today. So let's get into it. When I first started thinking, and I was like, yo, what's my top 10 shows list? In no particular order, Golden Girls, for sure. I had to spend summers in the country. So I would be with my grandmother. And I don't even know for sure it was my grandmother, but somebody used to constantly have on Golden Girls. So that at one point I was forced to watch it. Then I started paying attention, and Golden Girls is actually funny as fuck. Like, Golden Girls is comedy. We're just gonna put it like that. So that's one. Two, second thing off bat, no questions, that 70s show. If that 70s show is on, I'm gonna watch it. It doesn't matter. I was so hyped when Netflix put all the seasons up, like the first time way back when. I was like, oh, now I can watch it in order. I didn't get to watch it in order. I was late to the show. I was late, but I knew all the episodes though, just not in order. Golden Girls, that 70s show, for sure. If it's on, I'm watching it. Three, no question. She was working at a rap shop in Flushing, Queens. Till her boyfriend kicked her out in one of those crushing scenes. Yo, what? The Nanny? If you know, The Nanny was the inspiration for a whole other top 10 that will eventually be coming out. But if The Nanny is on, I'm watching it. And then, like, The Nanny played into my hopeless romantic as a child. Like, it was a great show. Also comedy. It's a great show. Another one on the list, whatever, let's face it like that. Burn Notice. It's like an action TV show. Action drama, I guess. Great show. In the sense of action, in the context of storyline. I love Burn Notice. I've watched it also beginning to end multiple times. If you've never seen it, I suggest you watch it. Now, another one playing on my country is I would genuinely watch and enjoy Billy the Exterminator. Like, my masculine energy related to nature. And it's like, as much as I would not be out there, like, rumbling with the alligators and shit, like, in theory, that's so cool. And it's like, I know how to handle one. I never in my life want to encounter a large enough snake that I have to question, like, is it the end? But, like, I would know, once I get past the panic, I would know whether or not I should be worried, because I know the science to tell if a snake is poisonous or not, you know? I'm a learner. I take on as much knowledge as I can. But Billy the Exterminator, man. And then when I eventually ended up watching that beginning to end, I was like, yo, this is some real white country shit. But I enjoyed it. So, now Super Nanny. Super Nanny's also on the list. I'm pretty sure I had mentioned watching Super Nanny in some of my other videos. I'm not sure, but when Super Nanny, no, yeah, when Super Nanny was on TV, I was watching it for sure, no question. I just was. It was like, see, they act up too. That was my that was my intention then. It's like, see, they act up too. These are the ones we're supposed to be modeled after. A child, but that was my perspective, and that was my reason for watching it. But that's also a good show. Like now watching it again, it's a good show too. For sure, also on the list, what I was a whole again with the, I was a nerd, so I was very into sci-fi, but like I said, I was a hopeless romantic. So like in the context of all things sci-fi, right? Duh, I'm part of the Charmed gang. Are you crazy? I did not watch Supernatural, but I did watch Charmed. Never seen a single episode of Supernatural. Don't ever plan to. So sorry about it. Team Charmed. Love it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you had to be there. But in the same context, different kind of sci-fi, same thing. I am Team True Blood. Never seen Vampire Diaries. But if True Blood was on, I had 2 older sisters. So I don't even know how to explain that to you further. If you know, you know. Either you get it or you don't. What are we at now? 9? I didn't even realize till later just how much this was on the list. But Friends? For my late night shows, I didn't even realize how much I would really watch Friends. Because I'm a night owl. So I would be up all times of night. I'll be watching George Lopez, Friends, and something else, depending on what channel I'm watching. But Friends, I didn't even realize how much I've watched Friends. But then I realized just how much, like how many seasons there are. And then I had to go back and watch it in order. So, but Friends is a really good show. It's on the list. If Friends was on, I was gonna watch it. And then, as grown as all of those shows may seem, like I was also very tapped into my age group. Because if I was to put number 10 on the list, I would put H2O. I don't want to say the original one, but like the one from the early 2000s, I guess. If it was on, I was watching it. And I feel like that's the best one. I don't know if there's one, like a classic one from 19 fill in the blank. But based off of that one, I think it's the best one. Just saying. So those are my top 10 like white shows, right? But first of all, I bang for those shows and I will ride or die for those shows, right? But here's why I should keep my black card. Ready? People always trying to take my black card from me. Sidebar. And it's like, you may be trying to invalidate my blackness, but not let me prove to you how I'm also black, but like I've only lived a black experience. So pipe down. Top 10 black shows. Of course. Again, in no particular order. Of course, you gotta have Martin on the list. You have to have Martin on the list. Martin was another show. Martin was my black show reference of like comedy, like genuine comedy, like a sitcom, a TV sitcom. Martin, of course. Always watching Martin. Watch it every time it's on, every time a marathon was on. Are you crazy? If Martin is on, watch it. I don't care if they're doing 2 episodes and then it changes to something completely different. If Martin is on, that's what we want to watch. Pick that channel. Right from that, bouncing right off of that, Living Single. If Living Single is on, it does not matter what else is on. It doesn't matter at what point of the episode it is at. If Living Single is on, put that select. Press OK. Another one, of course, classic / also cliche, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What? When I was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that was the age group that was right above me. So, not that's what I was modeled after, but like that's what I was modeled after. Those are my aspirations, if that makes sense. And then so when it lasted all the way through to like adult seasons, I was like, wow, this is lit. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. If it's on, I'm watching it. Doesn't matter what season, what episode, doesn't matter. But like also my old soul was really tapped into my black shows. Like Bernie Mac show, if it's on, I'm watching it. Everybody Hates Chris, if it's on, I'm watching it. Before, at the time, the Cosby Show, like the actual storyline and the concept of the show, I was in love. And that's why Raven-Symoné plays such a big part in my life too. Like she's, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. First of all, fuck Bill Cosby. But I don't know my stance on the show now, with all the things I know now. But I have not seen an episode since I found out. So that's just, I mean, let's dabble in a little bit of controversy there, shall we? Yeah, Everybody Hates Chris, Bernie Mac show. What? Bernie Mac was the reason. Was he the reason? The Bernie Mac show was another example of genuine comedy. Not only it was executed so well in black comedy, but like genuine comedy. The Bernie Mac show, absolutely top 10 black show. One of my top 10 black shows growing up. Jamie Foxx show, because it was also a black show, but it was romantic, but it was creative. Like, because Jamie was a creative, he's a singer, he's a performer. But like, it's Jamie, so he's also an actor. Like, Jamie does it all. So yeah, I love the Jamie Foxx show. It was like, I can do that too, you know? House of Pain. Oh, what? I didn't get to watch it in order until way later. But House of Pain 2, if it's on, I'm watching it. No questions asked. 1-on-1. Because the time it was on TV, I was that age. If it's on, I'm watching it. Bruh, bring back UPN, okay? Bring back UPN. CW had me for a while because of their kids shows. But like, bring back UPN, man. Like, they missed the mark on that age range as CW. Just know. And then, when TBS was TBS, when ABC Family was ABC Family, like before all the, just never mind. If you know, you know. Where was I? 1-on-1. That's. Can you tell? I'm upset they ruined my childhood. Anyway, 1-on-1. If it's on, I'm watching it. I also did not get to watch that beginning to end. I never got to see that beginning to end until it was put on one of the streaming apps in college. And then I watched it beginning to end. And I'm like, same way I felt with Moesha. Like, huh? No, I did the same thing for the Parkers, but for a different reason. So like, but yeah, if 1-on-1 was on, I was watching it. And then gotta throw in the classic because shoot, I aged myself. Girlfriends. If it's on, I am watching it. Crazy? Are you actually crazy? Anyway, yeah. But we do have some honorary mentions because these two, like those were my shows. Like, if none of that was on, I was just picking whatever was on and whatever I was in the mood for at the time. Maybe I want to watch cartoons. Maybe I just want to have something on in the background. But like, if these are on, those are my shows. But some honorary mentions: Degrassi, The Next Generation. Period. Sister. Not I grew up in a white world, but like I grew up in a white-ish world. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. That was kid comedy. Like, that was pure kid comedy. If the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is on, I'm watching it. Well into my teenage years. If it's on, I'm watching it. And of course, That's So Raven. Duh. Again, if it's on, I'm watching it. And it covered a couple different age groups. If it's on, I'm watching it. Period. So yeah, those are my top 10 shows growing up. My top 10 white shows, my top 10 black shows. So technically, I guess my top 20 shows. But like, those are my top 10 shows growing up, depending on which list you want to take. If I had to combine them, that's a harder list. But I did it how I did it. Anyway, if you made it to the end of the video and you don't know me, hi. My name's Naori. Stick around. You love it here. Duh. Embrace being a star. Subscribe. Follow all my socials. When does this go up? Happy holidays. I hope you are having a safe and joyous holiday time, however you are spending it. Love and pixie dust over all of your energy. Yeah, that's it. I will see you in 2023, baby.